Hello children, I am going to explain regarding lesson pollination. In this lesson we are going to discuss about flower, its main parts, then types of flower, bisexual and monosexual, then types of pollination, agents of cross pollination. All this we are going to study in detail along with the picture. First we are going to see about the characteristics of flower, then main parts of the flower. There are six parts of the plant that we are going to six parts of the flower that we are going to see in detail along with the picture. First one, about characteristic of flower. Flower is the most attractive and colorful part of the plant. It is the reproductive part of the plant. It may be defined and modified shoot in which nodes and internodes are highly condensed. The main parts of the flower: pedicel. The flower is borne on the stalk called pedicel. Thalamus. The solan end of the pedicel, which holds the four whorls of the flower, is known as thalamus. Calyx, another name, sepal. The outermost whorl of the flower consists of leaf-like structure called sepals. Sepals are generally green in color. Function of sepal: it protects the inner floral whorl during the bud formation and also take part in photosynthesis. Corolla or petal: it is the second whorl of the flower and its individual segment is known as petal. Function of petals: petals are brightly colored with sweet smell and nectar, which helps in attracting the insects. Androecium, or it is also called as the stamen, it is the third whorl of the flower. It is the male part of the flower. It consists of thin stalk called filament and anther on the top. Each anther lobe contains pollen grain. A function of androecium: androecium act as a male part of the flower and produce pollen grain which take part in the process of reproduction. Gynoecium, or another name of gynoecium, is carpel. It is the fourth whorl of the flower and it is the female reproductive part of the flower. The carpel is also known as pistil. It is differentiated into three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Function of gynoecium: it acts as a female part of the flower and produce ovals which helps in reproduction. Here it is a picture of gynoecium. You may find at the top it is stigma, that long tube like it is style, inside it is a ovary, and inside the ovary it is the ovals. Then we are going to discuss about types of flower. There are mainly two types of flower. First one, complete flower, and second, incomplete flower. What is called as a complete flower? A flower consisting of all four whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, is called a complete flower. Here in China rose and pea and mustard, these are the example of complete flower. Then incomplete flower: a flower is one or more flower whorls is missing, is called incomplete flower. Example: flower of date palm and mulberry trees. Here in the picture you may find that this many whorls are missing, that's why it is called as a incomplete flower. Bisexual or monosexual flower. What is meant by bisexual? A flower which contains both stamen and carpel. What is meant by stamen? Stamen means androecium and carpel means gynoecium. If both these things are absent, it is called as a bisexual. The flower which contains both stamen and carpel is called bisexual flower. Such flower can also called as a perfect flower. Another name for the bisexual, it is the perfect flower. Example: China rose. Why? Because the stamen and carpel are present. See in the figure you may find in China rose this both the things are present. That's why they are called as a bisexual flower. Monosexual flower: a flower which contain only one of this part, That's why it is called as a monosexual flower. Mono means single. Such a flower called as an incomplete flower. Example, papaya. Pollination. Under pollination, we are going to see the definition of pollination, types of pollination, and agents of pollination. What is meant by pollination? First, we'll discuss the concept and then we'll go to the definition. Flower has both male and female parts. Male part is known as stamen, female part carpel. We have already discussed this thing. Female part, that is gynoecium, male part it is androecium. They are male part called stamen, female part called carpel. Stamen have anther lobes which contain pollen grains. Carpel has ovary which contain ovules. Pollen grains are produced by male part of the flower, hence they are called as a male gametes. Ovules are produced by the female part of the flower, hence they are known as female gamete. Now definition: the process of transference of pollen grain from anther to the stigma is called as a pollination. Pollination must occur between plant of same species. For example, pollen grain from wheat plant should fall on stigma of wheat plant only. Then, types of pollination. There are two types of pollination. These are the two main important types. What are they? Self-pollination and cross-pollination. In this, we are going to see this concept of self-pollination with example and cross-pollination concept with the example. Here, I am going to show the figure or diagram of example. From it, you will get clear what is self-pollination. Now let's see what is self-pollination. Transfer of pollen from anther to stigma of the same or to a different flower of the same plant is known as self-pollination. Example, pansy. Now cross-pollination, transfer of pollen from anther of flower of one plant to stigma of flower of another plant of the same species is known as cross-pollination. Now, what are the agents of cross-pollination? The two commonest agents of cross-pollination are insects and wind. But some flowers are pollinated by certain animals and birds like squirrel and bats, or even water in case of some aquatic plant. What is meant by aquatic plant? Plants which are living or growing in water, they are called as aquatic plants. Then insect pollinated. Here, what are the agents? There are different types of agents are there through which pollination is done. First one, insect pollinated, wind pollinated, water pollinated, and bird pollinated. Flowers which are large, brightly colored and produce nectar are pollinated by insect. Examples are dahlia and sunflower. Wind pollinated flowers which are very small, hang out of their parent plant, are pollinated by wind. These flowers are not brightly colored, not they produce nectar, but produce pollen grains in large number. Example are maize and wheat. Water pollinated aquatic plants produce flowers that have very light and large number of pollen grains. This pollen grains remains floating till they meet stigma of another flower. These are said to be pollinated by water. Example, Vallisneria. Bird pollinated. Some flowers are even pollinated by birds. Example, Bignonia and Canna. So children, we have studied about this pollination. We are going to study more lessons from class 5th. So keep watching and then children, bye bye.